And welcome once again. I am the database guy. Please like and subscribe as always. Wow. Finally, we have just detoured away from forms and we're into reports right now. So we're going to look at that. And it should be only a couple of our videos in this particular presentation. Um, so we go to create here at the top, and you can see here. Whoop, let's go back. I apologize. You have either report design, blank report, or report wizard. It's very much like forms. Um, and then, of course, there's something with labels here, which it's a label wizard to create labels within there. We're not worried about that right now. As I said, I'm not crazy about creating reports with a wizard, but in this case, um, it's not too bad. But it is going to do the same thing your form reports are going to do, right? So um, what we can do here is actually, if we go to queries, let's see, books. I were to bring this in, all of these, and we did this by, we could do it by authors, we could do it by books, we can do it by publisher. Okay, either way. Let's try that one. And they ask if you want to add any groupings here. So I don't know. I don't think that we need to worry about that. And then we have, again, ascending by, we'll do it by author, I guess, because that's the only one in the last. And then we have stepped, blocked, and outline. And then we have let's do it in landscape since we have a lot of data. Stepped is this interesting looking thing here. I think we'll try it. Block is a little bit different. It's more of a solid fill in. And outline sort of is stepped without all the stuff in there. And we're adjusting the field width so all of them will fit. And of course, you see what it does. So RPT and books. So when we preview this report, um, what we're seeing here is publisher one and all the books here, and then the authors. This may not be something that's quite usable. As I say, if I go into this, into design view, and I can do that for a report as well, and I can look at this here, I'm going to find the same thing has probably happened, and it has, that I have the fields and so on. So what I'm going to do here, just to show you, I showed you how that worked. We're going to delete this report. We're going to go into create, and obviously here report's not here because I'm not on another. If I were on tables, I could create a report like I did with a form as what I'm seeing on the table. But again, it's part of that wizard. So we'll go to a blank report. Okay. And what we're going to do, let's see, are we in design view? Yeah, that's design view. I think that was layout view. Let me see that again one more time. Um, create report, report design, and okay, it went, this time it went okay. Maybe I had hit something else. Excuse me. So we're going to bring this out a little bit here. We don't need really a form footer here. You'll notice that if I click on here and right click here, you will see page header footer and report page header footer is what is activated. So with this, do we need a page header? Yeah, we can leave it there. All right, we can leave it there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a simple report. I'm going to go to one of my forms here, and Let's look at the one for this one. Right, so what I'm going to do here, and you can copy from one item to another, so from a form to a report. I wanted to show you that. One other thing here, we can see we've got some sort of an error. What's the error? Greater than page width, right? So we got to cut this down a bit here. We're going to bring it back to 9. Let's see if that'll work. Does it? Let's try 8.5. We're coming in at 8. Let's see. It's always an issue with these reports. Common report error. Report design. We have now, let's see, our view. Okay. So what we're going to do here is move these over and see if we can bring this. Let's see. Well, it doesn't mean we can't run the report. And by the way, we're going to come in here. We need a record source for our report as well. Let's see. Let's just check out query. The query we've used. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's not. There's no dependency on that query. All right. So cancel for a minute. Go back to design view. Now, we have to make sure that we have the least amount of space between let's see. Edit margins. Let's see to edit the margins on here. So maybe we'll do some work here at the left and right margin. Let's go with the left being 0.1 and the right being 0.1. Might help. All right, we're not going to get to a 0.1, so let's just do a 0.2. It's not, you can't go that low. So, farthest to the right, which is going to select that one, right? So let's move my controls along here. Well, actually, that's too tight. And here. And here. And let's see if we can bring this in. And there goes our error message. It went away. This should be portrait, not landscape. So let me look at my page setup. It is portrait, so we're going to do landscape. So let's see. We're still getting the issue in landscape, huh? I think it will be looking at size here. 8.5 by 11. Yeah, okay. All right. So this is one of the sort of restrictions of using reports in that you have a narrow field. It's not like forms you can go out to 22 inches, but what you normally do in reports is you normally have your fields in such a way that you can maximize the space anyway. So we go to report view. Obviously, in this case, we have layout view, which you're seeing here, which we had with the form, design view. And then there's a print preview as well, because you can print a report. All right, well, in any event, we can close print preview here. We're going to go to report view, and you can see here now that I have all of my books. So now the question becomes, what do I want? What do I want to do with the authors, and how do I want to, get that in there? So I'll try to do this. I don't know. I've never tried driving and it's bringing a subform in to make a sub report, but I think it would work. So let's just see here what this one is. That is not it. It should be this one. That is it. Um, let's see what happens. So actually we can bring a subform in here as a sub report. And the thing is, though, we couldn't change this if we wanted to. That becomes the restrictive part of it. Um, let's see what happens. It's probably going to look choppy. Okay, so we're looking for the ISBN. So in other words, this is not going to work um, at all. But what we're going to do here is we're going to delete this out of here. All right. And we're going to bring in, now here is a sub report instead of a subform sub report. We saw the same controls in there. So we're going to drop this one in and we're going to create this one using a table. Um, let's see, using existing reported form or using a table. Yeah, tables. So query, now let's look at the query in question. Oh, I can't go out of it from there. That's right. Um, hmm. All right, let's cancel out of this for just a moment so that we can take that out of there. Let's go and look at the queries. We need to create a query that's going to work for us. This one's interesting because this one's going to be the one that I think we're going to need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, paste it. We're going to call this one query, excuse me, authors. Subreport. All right. So we're now going to come back up here and let's just see. Why isn't it not giving me that wizard? It should be. Here it is. All right. So we go into this again. Yeah, if we want to do that, let's go to a query that we want, which is going to be this one. Oh, wait a minute. We forgot one thing with that one. Dear, I jumped the gun on it. I think I need to, yeah, get rid of this. We don't want to point to anything in this particular one. All right, here we go again. We go to subreport. There we go. All right, and now we're going to pick out that particular one. So we're going to have both these fields in here. And here's what happens now. Show query authors subreport for each record in queries book DE using field ISBN. It automatically knows that because the main report has a field that's a master, the ISBN is going to link it with our subreport. And that's what we want. And this we're going to call SRPT authors. Finish it off. And we're good. Now, we're going to take out this little title here. We don't need that. And let's see if we can bring this over a bit. And let's see what happens when we expand this. So, wow, we are just way off here. We're going to get that error again. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back as well. And let's see what it looks like. Report view. All right, so what you're seeing here now is for each book, we are showing a subreport with the authors. We also have in that subreport, let's go into it, which we don't need or want. Go to the format right here. We don't need to enable both of our scroll bars. What else? Border style. We don't need to worry about the border style. Control box. Don't need to worry about that in the subform. And the default view is report view. And we're not going to allow, well, we're going to leave it for now. We'll just leave it for now. So now when we look into this now, we're going to see, and it's still showing this, and it shouldn't be. Let's see. Maybe I didn't save it. Scroll bars are still saying both. Neither. Maybe I didn't save it when I was, save it now. And let's see, we should get rid of those scroll bars. We don't need them necessarily. If anything, there we go. If anything, what's going to happen is the more authors you have, it's going to push things down more. One thing we don't have in here is the, and that's an interesting thing, is that we don't have the titles to this. So what we're going to do here, and it really is up to you how you want to do this. Because when you put things in detail section, it duplicates. We talked about that. It's not in here. We have to go into the main one. Yeah, there we go. We can copy these two, minimize that, and bring them into here. And okay, getting that error again because we just pushed that over. We don't need to. And then we're getting in somewhat what would appear to be errors here, but it's an unassociated label. I'm going to show you that in a moment too, how to fix that. Go to report view, and now as you're seeing here, each one is putting in an entry, and we're showing an entry for each one. Now, let's go back into report design view. Let's go in here. Now you notice we're seeing, let's see, border style is sizable. We're going to say none. Okay. We're going to do away with that report name. Right. So here we're seeing a scroll bar, which is fine. No big deal there. And hang on a moment. Yeah. So I am just looking to see if I can, let's see. Because expanding this over here is not going to help us. It's just going to make the distance between these very large. Yeah, see, on this one here, close print preview. And so we're going to have to put a header in here, something that and Let's see. And teen, maybe italicize it, maybe, and maybe center it. And I'm just grasping here just as a way of, there we go. Okay, aesthetics was never my strong point, so let's see if we can center this. And I think there's one more thing on here that I'm noticing. Border should be, border style is transparent. Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing, but no. Oh, shoot. Oh boy, I didn't save it. All right, well, let's, okay, so, all that work. Create, report. That's why, because I created a blank report, design view. So, let's set this up again. I can't believe I did that. Hello. Just call it books. Home. This here, we don't want to have this. We want to have Arial. And probably 20. And probably italic and bold. Good enough. We want to bring this sub-report in at some level. We can just drag it in now. Okay. And let's oh wow. So we don't need to have this big. Okay. So let's bring this out a little bit. So you got to be careful you save stuff. You don't have any of it. Okay. And let's get this in. All right. And we're going to go back to our forms. Let's see the books. We're going to select these. I'm really surprised that happened, that I did that. Okay. Actually, no, we're going to leave that like that. Like that. All right. So, all right, let's bring this out just a little bit. There we go. And while we're at it, and close this one. Bring up our main form and grab our labels. All right. And all right. All right. So I want to bring this up. Good learning experience to make sure you save things when you're doing it. Um, I'm going to expand this a little bit. There's little brackets right there. Come on. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is just make sure that I get this large enough and move this over. And same thing with this one here. It should be large enough. Good. Now, I'm going to have to minimize this because I want to have the least amount of space between entries. Oh, one other thing. I need to have my query in here. Which query was that? Let's see. I think it's just query books. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if it was that one. Well, we could have table books if we. We could have table books if we want. Let's just put the table books in there, and you see what the error I'm getting up here is. Report with error. Yeah. Okay. Good. We're out of that. There's one more item. We have to select the outside, not the square box on the subform. This was done for us automatically last time. Let's just see. Yeah, so we need to link the two fields. I wanted to show you the manual way anyway, and you'll see it here. Good enough. And if we hit save, we're going to have RPT books. We're going to just save this to make sure it's saved, and it is. So let's see what it looks like. Report view, field pub. What is going on? Oh, okay. I think I know what it is. We're looking for the wrong field here, but yeah. So what we're gonna have to do is use not table books because we don't have the publisher's name in there, but we have it in query books. So let's see now, and it goes away. And I'll explain why that situation existed. So there we are. So what happens is, and let's go to that query. In books here, we actually have the publisher field, which is here. We don't have that in the table. We have the ID, so it cannot. We would have, if we had done that and changed the control source to the ID, we wouldn't have the publisher's name, but we would have the ID. Things are a little messy here. We don't necessarily have to have the ISBN. So what we're going to do here is properties. We're going to hide this. This is the label. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is close this for a minute. Hit yes. And I'm going to also close this one too. We're going to go to the sub report by itself and open that. Okay. And design view. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to correlate this to this. And same thing with the author. This is what's going on. All right, one more. Not quite. All right, that's good. We're going to bring this in too. Don't need to have any extra real estate out there. Good. Now, what we're going to do here, we don't need to see the ISBN. It's replicated data, right? Select both of them, go to Properties, Format, Visible, No, right? So we're going to select both of them again, and what we're going to do is, since we don't need to see them, we're going to just scrunch them up over here, and these two. Now, you notice here, when it created these here, it gave it the label, the name of the control, as it always does. And if I go in there, that's my caption. It says field author label, which is fine, I mean, for now. So let's see here. All right, so let's see, design view. Oh, we can scrunch this up a little bit here too. We don't need all of that out there. Again, less is more. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at our report. All right, so what I think too we should do here, you can see the extra space. Whoops, nope, design view. The extra space here, which we just don't need. When you don't need it, get rid of it. Save space. Good. Wow. Now, you're noticing there's a little space out over here. This is for the scroll bar. That would go up or down. But remember, this particular report here, let's go back. In a report, you don't have single or continuous, because that's a form. And right now we don't have any of our scroll bars neither. What you can do is you can set this even in front, because there's a thing about sub-reports. We're going to bring this in about that much. In that, you'll see the information, plenty of it within there. All right, and let's go to home and bold it. And also, well, it is towards the left, so we're good on that. Let's see about these here. These toward the left? Let's make sure they are. All right, let's see how it looks now. Yeah. So authors are, now wait a minute. We're getting a repetition here. Oh, no, we're okay. Oh, I see what it's doing. Oh. All right, so we got a problem in that using that particular query presents an issue. I thought we had one. Let me see query books. Yeah, see it triplicates. It because it does it based upon author. Let's see this one here. All right, the DE one is the one we want. That's the one we want. So we're going to change that query to DE, not just books. Right here, yeah, because we're only displaying that in R1, and there we go. So now you may say, well, wait a minute. I'm repeating everything here. It doesn't matter because in this case, okay, what you're going to find is with reports is that we can strip it out if we want to. And let's see. We could put the titles into the page header. All right, and we could do that, but let's see what would happen. Now, sometimes it will not allow you to drag them up to there, but in this case it does. And all right, let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to look terribly good. Oh boy. Well, it's not terribly bad either. So let's see, page setup, size. Let's go to legal 8x14. Okay. You know, we'd have to be able to print it out on that, but let's see. And page setup is, let's see, does it give me an error? It's still giving me an error on that. Still giving me an error on that. Let's see why. Show margins, print data. It is set for, oh, so let's see. Legal. Okay. Now let's see if we can move this out. Yeah, now we can, but we're setting the page to legal. We can. So we're going to try this. All right, and we're going to see what happens here. So yeah, okay, so we have to set both the page and that to legal. Let's bring this in, and let's take a look at how it looks. Okay, so here, not bad, not bad. Let's copy. Let's bring this guy right over here. And we actually don't need any labels here, believe it or not. We just need access to the ISBN to connect with. All right, good, cool. And let's see what happens. Wow. Really nice. A whole lot better. Now, let's save this. Go into our sub report to fix this one up. You can see it. What I want to do here is And I want to bring the author as far over here as I can. I can even cover up the other field behind it. It's still accessible. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look at how it looks in our full report. Yeah, better. So, one of the things that may be a little disturbing to you, as it is to me, um, let's see here. Okay, is that the border on that? Let's just see something here. Um, yeah, let's take the border off of that one. Transparent. Let's see how it looks. Yeah. Okay. What we're going to do, it almost looks like it's not even there. So what we're going to do here, um, hmm, uh, let's see. All right. So what we're going to do here, oh, it's in the detail section. There we are. Um, let's pick some colors. We'll pick that one, and we'll pick that one. Well, so you know what? Let's go to some very nice light creamy color. Um, well, you know what? That's fine. Let's take a look at how it looks. Now we're going to have a clash with, right, so what the point of this is, so let's go back to design view. Let's come into here. So we're going to leave this as background. Actually, you know what? We're going to put this as white. And this one is white. And okay. And then here, I don't want white. I want to have that creamy color. Nice. Okay, report view. Let's see how it looks. Ooh. Um, Not bad. Not bad at all. Uh, let's see. Let's try to clean this up a bit. And what we're going to do here, see. Let me see if I can see it over. Yeah, we want transparent. Why I'm not seeing it in all four? Oh, there it is. Maybe I hit something else. There we go. Let's now take a look at that. Nice. Very nice. We want to clean this up here a little bit too. Um, see if we can. I think what we're going to have to do, make this one transparent. think it's going to be weird now. We still have this sitting there. So let's see. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see anything on the form. It's on the report, rather, the sub-report. So let's go into the background here. Let's see. I think we may have to live with it. Let's see. Border color. No color. Border with hairline. Transparent. Transparent. Yeah, I think we're going to have to live with that. Let's see. All right. I think we're going to have to live with it because I don't see any way to make that transparent. Let me just close this for a minute. Say yes. Let me open this one up and I wonder if what would happen. Now, see, it won't. It will just try to default to something. So I think we're going to have to live with it. No. I thought that there was a way that I'd set it up. See from here. It's got to be from the main. Yeah. And doing this for so many years, I just. All right. It's properties. Let's see. Yeah, it's not on this one. I don't see anything here either. I'm trying to remember if there was a way to make it in transparent as well, and I thought there was. Let's see up top. Let's see. Wait a minute. Could be none. Could be none. That might be the what border style is none. No. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. In any event, uh, usually when I think when you have this kind of situation, um, well, here's what we can do. This is how you can do it if you want to. Let's go over here to, let's see, this guy right here to show you exactly how you actually can do it to make it transparent. And this is the way I believe I did it. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, so, and you're going to notice something too. You're going to notice this at the edge as well. So what you can do here is bring this as far in as possible to the edge of the label, like that. Because what you're going to see is, yeah, you're going to see is now this little issue here occurs for good reason, and they know about it, and it has to do with the fact that the footer is there. Let's remove the report header and footer, leave the page header and footer, and let's see if that helps. No, there's a reason for that. Let's see, bring it in a little bit more. Has to do with the bottom of it, has to do with the scroll bar being seen. Let's take the page header out too, and let's see what happens. All right, well, and I know about this issue because I've seen it before with a client, and you can get rid of it. So I'm going to shut this and save it. Go to my, go to design view here. Now what I'm going to do here is make some changes and set them back so it sees that there's a change being made. Yeah. All right, let's see now. All right, still seeing that white. Let's just see why. All right, so yeah, I don't recall the reasoning behind it, but what you have ideally is you have something to do with the way the form is set up. So what we're going to do to try and minimize this, we're going to come in here and in here as well. Go to properties, and we're going to drop this down into our detail. And then we're going to set this here to that. Oh no, not background one. To this and to this. All right. So what's going to happen here now is what you'd expect. But so actually I do like it with the softer color. I do like it with that. And they know about this issue in Access. So usually when you have a subform, what you're going to do is you're going to keep it a color that's going to be matching your main form. And yeah, I mean, there are various ways of minimizing this, but I think it has to do with that. Well, actually, it almost looks like it's just part of the form being seen. So let's just see something here. One more check on this. Let's see. Other. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely something to do with the way the form is set up. But anyway, um, here you have it where you're looking through a particular form and you're listing your authors for each book rather than having 3 listings for the first book and then 2 for the second and so on. Um, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll look into it, but I don't recall the solution being a very easy one, and I remember this with a client. But reports are pretty straightforward, right? Because they're going to spit out data, and you're going to want to see that data that they're going to spit out. Now, a report can be tied into a form where you will search for the item and then report it. Um, and now the sub-reporting, be careful. As I said, with a form you can have, and we had up to 3 sub-forms, but with a report it gets nasty if you get too many sub-reports in there. And don't even think about doing a sub-report within a sub-report. It's just not going to work. Um, Also, in terms of code, uh, we're going to go to design view. I'm not going to do any coding here, but I am going to show you. Um, Actually, let me just grab this guy right here. And you know what? The heck? And let's make it all the same. Oh shoot! Whoa! I did something I shouldn't have done. I must have pasted something on there. Okay, that's what it was. All right, so let's open the report now. Let's save it and then open it. And it should be a little bit better to the eye. Yeah, I mean, this is not a problem. But we need to get rid of those white spaces, which I think it has to do with the rates reporting it and how you're setting up the reporting, the sub-reporting form. Anyway, so what was I going to show you? I so lost my train of thought. It was something to do with under properties, the report. Oh, the events. Yeah, yeah, the events. So you kind of have the same kind of events you have in a form. Um, no data, which is important. There's no data. Why would you open a report? And so on and so forth. Let's see. Sizable on the border style. Let's do none. So let's see. Yeah, see here now what none does, this is strange. What none does is we get this border around it, which is interesting. Let's open it again. Yeah. And we're also seeing here, for some reason, and I think it has to do with, um, let's see. Okay, well, not terribly bad in terms of a report. Uh, cool. Actually nice. Now, you can right click on here and, well, we can go to, let's see, print preview. And this is what it would look like in print preview. Now notice in print preview, there's no white spaces anymore. And that is because, I'm going to go back to report view because the sub-reports are there. So that's probably how I solved the issue. By, let's see here, not too much. So let's go to print preview. And so you see here, this one here is showing just the fields. Okay, so I'm just going to save this for a minute. And in print preview, you have some options here I want to look at and show you before we close this session out. We may have one more on reports, I think, but I'm not going to get into the email. Let's see what happens with Excel. Okay, it's going to, um, let's see if we open it after we export and we go to it, and it's weird. It's always going to be weird. I'm going to explain this tomorrow when I do, but it doesn't like it, and you'll see why. All right. You can also go to PDF, and let's see how that works on the export. And it says open after publishing. So let's see what we got from our PDF, and we get it what we expect to get, which is fine. So I'm going to stop here for now. Please like and subscribe. We're going to get back to this point where we stay, where we stood here, and when we get back, we'll finish off our reports and get into VBA. So again, I'm the database guy. Always like and subscribe. I'm here for you, and wherever you are, good evening, good night, good morning, or whatever it may be.